Hey everyone, Jackie Tomlin here, and happy Friday 13th, everyone. Going to give it a minute for everyone to get in the room. I will be available this weekend. If you're seeking a psychic reading, it is JackieTomlin.com. All right, so what we're doing tonight, we're going to take a quick look at whatever Spirit has to say for us. We'll answer some yes or no questions and any super chats, okay? Now, I know the other night a lot of you were in the room, and Malibu had presented me with a new deck of cards, which are absolutely gorgeous. So we're going to start with those. But here's the thing. Hey, Alicia, Malibu sent me 4 more decks. One for every day of the week. So this is the one we're going to start with because this is the one we used the other night. Hey, Maura. Hey, Dana. And we're going to pull a few of these, and then we're going to get into what Spirit says in the other one. Yeah, can you believe that? I'm so excited. Y'all have no idea. A new deck of cards to me. I'm like a kid in a candy shop. So this other deck I've been working with all afternoon. I've answered about all of my questions, and I'm like, well, what better way? And I talked to Malibu about it, and she's like, you should jump on live with them if you go break them in. And I'm like, absolutely. So this is the one from the other night. So if you missed that announcement, Miss Malibu sent me 4 more decks. So now we officially have a new deck for every day of the week. But this is the one from the other night. So we've only had one pop out so far. Hope you've all had a wonderful day today. For my members, I want to give you a shout out that there is a weekend sneak peek up over there. And that if you're new to the membership, don't forget to turn your notifications on over there as well. So we have one jump out. The butterfly spirit of transformation. Change is coming. All right. If you're new to my YouTube channel, hello and welcome. And if you scroll to the bottom of the video, you can click. There's a button that says chat room. So you can see everyone in chat room and feel free to join us. Let me get some shout outs here. Who all do we have? We have Alicia, Maura, Dana, Infinite Mist, Dorothy Parker. Hey, Steph. Hey, Chris. How was everyone this evening? Michelle, hello and welcome. Y'all are all welcome here. Patricia, hello. Harry. And, of course, you've got Harry and Dana as your moderators. We're not going to be on too long because y'all know what? And it's almost 7 o'clock and I have not had dinner. Just saying. New deck. What we got going? Hello, Miss Jean. I saw you earlier. Yes, they are popping. They're flying all over the place. I'll probably spend more time on the floor than I will on camera. All righty. Where did that one go? Way over there. Let's see. We're going to start with what Spirit's got for us. Just, in general. What does Spirit have for us? And you will know the light is wide open. So if you see anything there, that's going to be notable. Just saying. We have the 10 of Wands. These are the ones that popped out so far. The Moon. We're going to name this the Chris card. Okay. That carries the 9 of Wands. Chris is the Moon. And we have the 2 of Wands. The 2 of Swords. And the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so I have to say there's 2 2s here, which means waiting, for all of us impatient people like me. So, goes right hand in hand with Chris's moon. We have the 3 of Pentacles. The 9 of Pentacles. The 7 of Wands. And we have the 3 of Wands. So let's see what we got going on here. Okay. All right. We started off the reading with the 10 of Wands, which is really, really cool. That 10 of Wands is the overcoming of the obstacles, the overcoming and carrying a different path, a new path and a better path. Something like that, Alicia. You are right. Hey, Mandy. This one here, I love the picture. See, he's carrying the cross and he's carrying it off to the little castle over here in the background. So, well, y'all can see that. But yeah, it's overcoming your obstacles. Burdens being lifted is what I want to say here. Okay, we got some burdens being lifted. Then we have the moon. And I said this is the Chris card because Chris gets so disgusted with divine timing. It is divine timing. So divine timing, of course, this is where things line up and fall in place. And Chris, really, this is your card because I remember you telling me you're a Gemini, and it looks like we've got two flames here, two matching flames. Kind of reminds me of the twins. You see that there? Okay. So the divine timing is, of course, what I'm talking about when I say divine timing. It means things line up and fall into place. So it's all about divine timing. Two of Wands comes in and says you're making travel plans. Okay. Some of you, it could be by water. But others of you, I think it's going to be by a mountain. Mountain trip. Jean and I talked about this earlier today with snow that I keep seeing. The snow popped up in one of these other cards over here. Maybe you're going skiing or something. Maybe some kind of resort. Mountain and snow, things of that nature. We have the Two of Swords. Now, the Two of Swords says you are calm, you are kind of bored, but you've got decisions to make that you've been putting off. So, yeah. Kim Lovejoy, here she is. Y'all don't forget Mega Millions is tonight. Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles comes in as new beginning and money. Yes, Kim, it is the center of the reading now that we're talking about it. Just want to throw that out there. And then we have the Three of Pentacles, and that Three of Pentacles says you want to build, you want to watch your money grow. You're perhaps looking at investing. You are perhaps looking at a partnership would be possible here. Something you're beating yourself up about the finances that you feel that you could be doing better. So then we have the Nine of Pentacles, which is financial independence. So Kim, you bought up money and we've got money flowing here. Okay. Nine of Pentacles, financial independence. Things going well on the financial front, but there is, I have to say, there is some jealousy surrounding this. Jealousy surrounding. We have the Seven of Wands. Y'all know I think that is the best energy in the deck. Exactly. The Seven of Wands says you've been doing the journey inward. Your hard work is about to pay off. And I really feel that here with the Three of Pentacles. There's something's going on, whether you're investing, whether you're partnering, whether you're looking at a side hustle or something. Something is telling me that your hard work is about to pay off. And we have the Three of Wands. And that Three of Wands comes in waiting for your ship to come in. Waiting. That's what I see in this reading. Waiting. You're all waiting for something. Okay, bonus cards. Knight of Wands, movement on the home front. Someone moving in, someone moving out. Definite movement on the home front. This could also, remember, somebody's going to treat your home as an extended stay. Don't forget that. Four of Pentacles. Keeping some things to yourself. I think it's secrets. Not telling everything you know. Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles comes in. Capricorn energy. Good business deal coming into play. And we have the Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups. Happy home. Relationships. Things of that nature. And let me say this, and this isn't based upon the cards, but based upon my readings this week. A lot of you are ending relationships. And I don't know if it's a first of the year thing or you cleared the holiday thing, but you're doing so in a very upbeat and positive mood. Okay. So yeah, I just want to throw that out there because when I did the sneak peek on the weekend, it was kind of that energy with everyone I've talked to. The energy's just been good. Good transition, time to move forward, time for new relationships, things of that nature. Hey, Donna, how are you? Malibu. We hadn't already talked about you, honey. And we have the sun, as in the sun shines brightly in all that you do. And the death card energy. Good combination. Okay, so what you're looking at there, endings, closures, reverse, and new beginnings. Joanne is not in here. I got a gift from her yesterday. It's a porcelain heart. I've got it hanging up here on my wall, and it says, "True friends are always together in spirit." And it makes me reminds me of our whole family over here. Oh, of course I was. All these cards that we breaking in here. They are, Dana. They are. I just feel like it's my birthday or something. And it's been wonderful. Y'all know I keep sitting here messing around and you know we got a tower, right? Ha ha. All right, now we need to know why the tower's here. Why is the tower here? Richard St. John, how are you, dear? There's one. Let's see if we can get three as to why do we have a tower? What's up? And I put no time frame on this reading whatsoever. I just asked what we need to know. So take it as it resonates. I'm doing really well. Really well. Hungry, but well. Seven of Swords, because someone has lied to us. Imagine that. Yeah. Someone lying to me will provoke a tower. What can I say? You ate pizza? That's what my granddaughter was begging for, but I got her pizza yesterday. So I don't know what I'm doing for dinner this evening. I'll probably run out and get something because I'm kind of trifling right now. I don't want to cook. All right, so let's do another spread here. And we're sticking with just what we need to know. I told Malibu, I said, y'all think about me. I'll be shuffling all weekend. All right, first one up, we have the Five of Wands. Subs are good. That's not a bad choice either. Now I'm thinking Subway. Dana, you have no idea, girl. I have come in here and packed away some of my cards, make room for the new. They're wherever out with old, but I don't know if y'all realize this or not. I have a box up here and I have a box over here. My ones I access rather repeatedly. And I have a couple decks I keep in the living room, one in the bedroom, and I swap them out quite often. Subway has gotten to be so expensive, but I do love some Subway. Six of Pentacles. And that was the Hierophant, if I didn't tell y'all. Each deck is unique. Each deck is different. And, sometimes I get a little bit different messages when we change things up. And that's why I change decks so often. Or like when we do the collective, y'all notice I'll use like 5 or 6 decks. That's why. The Eight of Swords. And then we'll read all of these. It's just a different spread. See if we can get a timeline here we're supposed to know about. Right? Hurt myself shuffling. The King of Swords. The King of Swords has been popping up in a lot of my readings today, and it usually represents a Libra. I know a Libra. I don't know. She's kind of interesting. Now I got to add to it. Those are the decks I have, I think. Yeah, the decks that you see on this channel. The Page of Swords. And don't forget, I still got my one from Christmas is coming in. The Four of Coins. Four of Pentacles. Coins and Pentacles are the same. It's just different on different decks. The Knight of Wands again. Yep, adding 5 more. Actually, we'll add 6 more when the other one comes in. And you know what's funny? You know how this spirit pops in? It did today on the members reading as well. If you've noticed, I recorded a 40-minute podcast yesterday, and you didn't see it the first time. Telling you, I love my cards. I love them. So does Jacelyn. She gets very excited about them. That poor thing was so tired today. She didn't have a chance to look at it. You know, I told y'all the other night when I got the first deck. Malibu at the time did not tell me there was 4 more on the way. We have Justice. And I talked about the Pegasus and what the Pegasus meant to me as a teenager and how I like the Pegasus, right? Which is on the back of these cards. How about I got a Pegasus Oracle? How cool is that? Oh, you've already listened to it? Yeah, that's pretty cool. All right, so what we got going on here? The 5 of Wands, the Hierophant. 6 of Pentacles, 8 of Swords, King of Swords, Page of Swords. 4 of Coins, Knight of Wands. Justice and the Sun. All right, so I think you're really putting it into taking care of everybody else. I think you're finally starting to get it that you're supposed to put yourself first. And of course, the Hierophant. And I really like the Hierophant. I don't know if y'all can see with the lighting in here. It has pink on this card. Can y'all see that? Kind of really pops from the other cards in the deck. And this is your manifestation. Bringing in new things. And some of you may be doing some candle burning. That pops up as well. 6 of Pentacles shows that there's something that comes in. It's like your sigh of relief and your saving grace in regards to money. Okay. That says something that restores your balance. And it also shows, yes, you are going to be able to help someone else out financially. And right now, in this given moment, I don't think you see that. 8 of Swords, that card is self-imposed restrictions. Holding yourself back. I get the impression you don't want to deal with something. That's why you're holding yourself back. Do we have the 2 of Swords? We don't have it here. We had it in the last spread of decisions that you're putting off. I just feel like the reason you're holding yourself back, there's something here or someone you don't want to deal with. We have that King of Swords, the one I was talking about. This is that Libra energy, wisdom. Someone that is grounded, someone older, probably, male or a female. Perhaps this person has a beard. So it'd have to be a male. Well, let's hope it's a male. Okay. Definitely some wisdom. They also carry a bit of a sharp tongue. Okay. I don't see a confrontation. They're just very matter of fact in their presentation to you. So, yeah. Page of Swords. Someone's watching you. Someone's watching you. Someone's watching you online. Someone is watching what you do. Some of you've got a secret admirer, but someone's watching you. We will clarify that. Hey, Empress T. Just saying, Richard. Oh, it is 7. Gotcha. Okay, so yeah, secret spy. There's a secret spy at work. 4 of Pentacles, keeping some things to yourself. And I do feel this is secrets. I don't really, when I say secrets, I don't get the impression someone has confided something in you. I changed this to just a solid white for right now to see if y'all see anything back there. And I mean, I don't get that impression. Okay. I don't think someone's confided something. I think you have stumbled across something or you have obtained knowledge about something that you're setting on. 36 degrees. Wow. Knight of Wands, movement on the home front, someone moving in, someone moving out. I do get the impression of an extended stay. Or maybe y'all are going to talk about merging households. If you're dating someone, this could be significant. Justice, okay? Justice restores the balance. There again, let me warn against signing of legal contracts before the 18th, preferably the 22nd or after. You have to sign something. Make sure you know what you're signing. Make sure you read the fine print. And then we end with the sun and the sun shining brightly in all that you do. I get a lot of happiness with this. Let's see who's watching you. Let's go with that. Taurus energy may or may not resonate for y'all. Libra and Taurus. Oh, absolutely. We'll go back to the other ones too. We got the card for transformation. Look at here. We got the Lovers. This one's also pink. Y'all see that? How that pops out the deck? We have the Lovers card. We have the 3 of Wands. It is an admirer, someone who wants to build something with you, perhaps build a future, something like that. Alrighty, we'll take that. The Queen of Wands is fire, Leo energy. Okay. And we have the 10 of Wands, the overcoming the obstacles. Could be any fire sign though. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Let's see if there's anything in particular you need to know. I mean, I don't get anything threatening. That's for certain. Well, Alicia, I mean, look at my wall over here. I have a pink wall in this room. Temperance and the moon. So, yeah, you're definitely dealing with the fire sign. Temperance represents Sagittarius. Doing things differently. And there's the Crest card, this love life, and this person presenting themselves, divine timing. But yeah, someone's watching. Someone is definitely watching. This room, when this was my daughter's bedroom. Originally, my office was Jacelyn's room, and after I made that the nursery and all, I told her I'd never take that away from her. So I just waited for them to get out and took my daughter's room. So the reason it is pink and brown, which is an odd color, and my ceiling is white, so I said it looked like Neapolitan ice cream. Okay, the reason it was this colors is she had chose when she had Jacelyn, her bedding and the crib's bedding matched each other because the crib was in here. And it was leopard print, but it was brown and pink. So not only is this wall pink, y'all can't tell, but it's covered in glitter as well. So when she moved out of here, and I'm sitting here looking at these colors, and like, what in the hell am I supposed to do with this? So what I did was I made it my beach room. Let's just see if I can give you all a little bit of a tour without disconnecting the camera here. Okay. So yeah, all this stuff up here is all the beach stuff. Y'all see? There's all sorts of beach stuff. And then you look at the curtains over there. So I just added color into color and made this my beach room. Because, I mean, this is the space that I work in, and I got to be happy with it. Now, let me be completely honest with you. I like this better than any room in the house. So I have to be warned that I don't overdo it in here as far as the time I spend in here. But this really worked out perfectly. So then my daughter come in, and I think she's kind of irritated that she didn't come up with this idea. And I'm like, oh, no, this is all mine now. Sorry about your luck. But yeah, this is where your readings happen. Alrighty. Let's go with a couple of yes or no's. Okay. I'm going to give you 3 of them. 3 yes or no's. So y'all ask the questions. You know, what can Spirit answer for you, yes or no? I'm going to give you a minute. Hey, Katie. Hello and welcome. All right. So your first question. This is your first yes or no. You present your question as, can Spirit tell me, and make sure it's a yes or no answer. No door. No door whatsoever. Look at there. We're getting answers. All right, let's see what popped. Five of Cups. Page of Wands. The Lovers. Somebody asked them on their love life. I know they did. 5 of Wands. And we have the Page of Swords. Okay. So, I'm going to have to give you a no. And I'll tell you why I'm going to give you a no. Okay. You've got 2 5s, which represent challenges, and you got 2 pages that are not kings with the Lover's card. So I'm going to have to say no. Oh, Jean, that's okay. That's okay. Yeah, I'm going to have to give this one a no. And like I said, I think a lot of you, because that Lovers come out as a major arcana, may have been a love question. So, your second question. Okay. So since y'all getting the hang of this now, let's go ahead and give you 4 instead of 3. Okay. Let's see here. Your second question, dears. What y'all got? What is Spirit going to say to you? Yes or no? Woo! Lord have mercy. Popping all over the place. All right. All right, so we're going to get 4 here for the second one. Okay. Now you've got the Page of Cups, the 5 of Swords, the 5 of Wands, and we have the 8 of Pentacles. Again, I think this is about love. I could be wrong. And for some of you, this could be about money. And again, I'm going to have to give you a no with the 2 5s here. All right, we are on to question number 3. All right, we only have one that popped on us, and that's going to be the Ace of Swords. Knight of Cups, Ace of Cups, 2 of Cups. Your answer is yes on this one. Yes. And sooner than later, I think. Whatever that means to somebody, sooner than later. Yes, and sooner than later. All right, number 4. Yes or no? And then we still got a couple decks we play with from last night. Ooh, Lord have mercy. We done wrote a book here. Shit. Okay, so yeah, but your answer is yes, because the Magician popped. So you got 2 no's and 2 yeses. How cool is that? All right, let's see what all did come out in this one. The Sun, Queen of Wands, 5 of Wands, 8 of Pentacles, 5 of Swords, Page of Cups, 10 of Swords. Damn, y'all all over the place. Knight of Pentacles. So I'm 50-50 torn on whether this was a love or money card question. Death, 7 of Swords, the Magician. Bottom line, look at what we got going on here. This is where I'm talking about the major arcanas that overrule. Okay. You got the Sun, you got the Magician, the only in the Death card, the only major arcanas here. This would be a yes answer because these major arcanas override all of the court cards. So, not bad, folks. 2 no's, 2 yeses. Let me say this, though. Okay, so that first yes, what did I say? I said something. Something came to me with that. And this last one, I want to say it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. Okay. Now we're going back over to these because I love, love, love these cards. Yes. What do we have here? The Foggy Bog. Patience. Something Jackie has none of. Patience. Then we have the Wood Nymph with Beauty. Hello, Spirit. And we have Air Spirit of Knowledge. Kind of like the knowing. You know, that is a gift too. And it's also listed in the Bible for whatever your beliefs are. The gift of knowing. That's your intuition. These cards are beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I can tell Malibu that we are replacing the message of the week. We will be using the intuition oracle that you sent me for the message of the week. Absolutely. Earth Spirit, stability. Malibu, do you have any of these cards? Willow Spirit of flexibility. The Stag Spirit of leadership. Aspen Spirit, courage. Nowhere on here is there a picture of a cat, and it's the first thing I had an impression of as a cat. Something to do with a cat. Wild Rose Fairy of love. Nice. And the Eagle Spirit of freedom. I love them all. I love things that are different. Okay, guys, so here's your message. You've got patience, stability, and courage coming down. Okay? Patience, stability, and courage. And then we have beauty, flexibility, and love. With that flexibility, I want to say be open-minded. Knowledge, leadership, and freedom. Either you don't want to be smothered or you're smothering someone. You know, you've got to be part of this team and part of this chat to understand this. I'm just saying, it has absolutely amazed me. You know? You really do. You have to be part of this to understand this. I'm sure they see it on the playback as well. So, yeah, but that's what we have. Now I'm going to throw down a few of my cards, see if we got any other messages. And then Jackie's going to hop off here. And I don't know if I'm going somewhere or I'm going to do something. Right or wrong, I'm going to do something. I'm hungry. I'm just saying. That's what happens when you're trifling and don't want to cook. All right. No back door. My back door is in the kitchen. Front door, living room, back door in the kitchen. That's the other end of the house. Now there's a door over here. That's the closet. And the door, the entranceway. This room, like where I'm sitting right here, looks straight down to my fireplace in the living room. Behind me, solid wall. You mean on the brown wall, Harry? Is that what you're thinking? Wonder if you're picking up that mirror. You've seen it open. Well, I got a story for that one. All right. First of all, your messages. Okay. You wouldn't be the first one to see a door open on that wall. All right. Your messages are move forward and stop procrastinating. That's right. A lot of people are. Feeling alone and empty inside. So no down and out. Okay. No time alone. And there's an Aries energy here. Major arcanas, you have two. Taking back your power and you're on the right path. The time for the new beginning is winter, which you're in now. The next big new beginning is spring, which is following up in March 21st if you're not in the States. There's been a lesson well learned. Someone you already know is coming in for assistance, someone close to you. There's some brief flirting going on, but nothing long term for my singles. And it says relax and take some downtime. Now, yes, story time. Story time. The story of the door and the wall. My daughter is more of a medium than she is a psychic. And the mediums are the ones that see the other side and talk to the dead and all that good stuff. Okay. Hey, Tammy. She saw my grandmother step through a door over here that does not exist. And this has been several years ago. She was still in high school and it flipped her out. And she says, Mom, the best thing I can tell you is, she said, was on this wall and there was a door there and it's on that brown wall, Harry. Okay. And of course, this was her bedroom and she lived in here. I will have to go and find y'all the clip. If you go to my website, it's CVAPI, Central Virginia Paranormal Investigations, and look up the River Road house. It was done more than once. It is this house. This is another story, getting off the door. My mom was the first one that reported Christmas lights in this house. And I asked her what she was talking about. And at the time I had Sasha, which was my Siberian Husky. Okay. My mom was ill and staying here, and she was staying in the living room. And she got up to go to the bathroom, and like, well, moms does, she looks in on Nikki's room and she looks in on my room. And when she looked in on my room, she said she thought to herself, well, those were amazing lights that I had across my bed. And she said it was like, I was asleep on the bed, the dog sleeps beside the bed, and there was just a string of Christmas lights across the top of the bed. And she says, then it dawned on her, she had helped me flip the mattress a couple days before, and there was no Christmas lights in there. So needless to say, when I woke up, it was like 5 a.m. and she was in there smoking herself to death and drinking coffee. And she told me about it, and I laughed at her. And I said, all the reports and all the nonsense that goes on in this house, from a mysterious camera flash to, God knows what, no one has reported Christmas lights. And I'm like, and she's like, Jackie, I saw what I saw. I said, okay. So, there again, during a training session out here one night, my daughter's bed used to sit right here where I'm sitting. Okay. This is where her bed was at that point in time for the investigation. And we were out back on the patio. We had the monitor out there and all the cameras set up in the house. And when I was sitting there talking, the monitor was behind me, and I'm sitting there talking to them about something when everybody just all at one time points at the monitor. And I'm like, what did y'all see? And they're like, Christmas lights. And I'm like, and where did you see these Christmas lights? They're like, in your daughter's room over her bed. And of course, my daughter's like, that's it. I'm moving out. Yeah. So we back the cameras up, and what you see, and it is a clip, it's on that website. It looks like Tinkerbell. These little Christmas lights that are going on and off right here, like literally right here. Okay. And it looks like Tinkerbell. Now, the other story is she's been gone 2 years. So it's been 2 years since I took this over as, yes, fairy lights as my office. And as you can see the mural back here, that was the inspiration for the room, because it brings out the teal. You can't really see it from the angle of the camera, but the teal and the sunset, the oranges and the yellows, this was the inspiration for the colors that went into the room. Okay. My cousin comes over and says, oh my God, I absolutely love the mural. Is it covering the door? He is a gifted reader as well. And I sat there and I looked at him. I said, what door? Look at the mural. Do you see the wall? Do you see the wall at the bottom? There's no door there. And he's like, why the hell would I think there's a door here? He's like, I was here when you built the house. How many times have I been here? And I'm like, I have no idea. Right. I believe that, Kim. I believe that. No, I built this house. I built this house in 1990. There's never been a door here. Does that mean you're clairvoyant? Clairaudient. It can mean that you're clairaudient, and it can also. Were you the only one that heard it? Could very well be a portal door, because we had talked about that when she saw my grandmother open the door and walk through it, and I'm like, Jesus. Jacelyn, something has happened in the child's bedroom that she's not telling me about because she won't go in there to play right now. So I do need to take the time to back up and review the monitor and the camera and see what happened in there. But it's been over a week ago because I asked her and I said, did something happen in there? And she's like, no. But she loves her bedroom. She has a nice television in there. Everything a child could want and desire in a bedroom. She hasn't been in that bedroom in over a week. Right, Empress. I mean, we used to write it down. This house is published in 3 or 4 different of the Richmond Haunted books, where I've let them come out here and let them do whatever they had to do. And it started with, I mean, it was something that piqued our interest. From 1990 to 2002, I can tell you nothing happened here. I built this house. We are the only ones that have ever lived here. In 2002, my daddy passed. Okay, he passed in May of 2002. The activity started before he went in the ground. I blew everything off. Yes, I blew it all off. I didn't really think a whole lot of it. Hang on. Let me show y'all something. I can find it. If I put my hands on it. Yep, apparently not. Okay. But anyway, he passed away in 2002, and activity started in the house that I blew off and just didn't pay any attention to. Within about 3 months of my daddy passing, we had a family friend come, displaced, that extended stay, put him in the living room. He was good to go. And he's the one that come in there and brought it to our attention of what all was going on in this house. And then that's when my daughter said, have you noticed it's all granddaddy's stuff? Everything that happens is my granddaddy's stuff. So we figured it was a way, I mean, it was kind of comforting to know that he was still around. And then since then, I think he just told the whole damn family they could come by. I don't know. But I can tell you from 1990 to 2002, we had nothing here. Nothing. And now it's weird because when they come by, I can actually tell you the difference of who is who. And it really started with when I started training my ghost hunters here. Harry was in a band. He can tell you whenever you're going in for an investigation, whenever you're setting up in the band, that set up and tear down is crucial. You've got to have your shit together. You've got to know what goes where, or something's going to get left, or something's going to screw up. And I carry like 1,000 feet of cable, right? Training session number 1, how the hell to pack the equipment and unpack it. I mean, it's, and to be able to get in and out. I mean, I don't want to be 2 o'clock in the morning and I'm still packing at 5. I want that down to a science. And Harry knows from the setup and tear down of a van, you get it down to a science. And when everything's in a spot, that way I can look at the equipment and say, we've got everything. We have everything. We haven't left anything. And so we were having a training session out here one night. The other thing I train on is the capabilities of your equipment. If you don't know the capabilities of your equipment, then you cannot say if it was paranormal or not. And one of the cameras was set up in my living room. And it was during the day. So, I mean, it wasn't like a midnight investigation or anything. And there again, the monitor and all was set up in the kitchen. Everybody's gathered around the kitchen table and we're talking about it. We're having this open discussion about equipment and all like that. And everybody's same way. They all pointed at the monitor at once. And I'm like, what did you see? And everybody said in unison, I don't know. So we back the camera up. And what you see, it looks like smoke, like if somebody was smoking in the house, except for it was very tall and it goes right past the living room camera. It's at dusk. It is not dark out. The infrared is not on. There's no one smoking in the house. And it was absolutely amazing. And that's probably on the website somewhere too. But anyway, look for the River Road house. That's where you'll find all the footage on the house. Of the crazy stuff that has happened here and the crazy, the EVPs. What we found out, we went out as a group to dinner one night and left their voice recorders run. They're like, can we leave the voice recorders running in your house? And I'm like, guess if I don't have to review them, yes. Be good practice for them, right? They all reported the same thing. I'm very high traffic. Very high traffic. I have carpet in this house and you can hear the footsteps that are constant up and down my hallway. They are constant. It's cbapi.com. There should be a link to it under the description box, but I'm not positive. That's very high traffic, and everyone got the same recording in the kitchen, and it's my grandmother whistling. And that was very cool. And we always knew if you want to talk about an open portal, it's the bathtub. It is the bathtub. My dog used to go in there and growl at the shower all the time. And it was absolutely nuts. But I mean, I've got the cameras running now for other reasons. And there is a camera right here on top of my what do you call it? My office supply cabinet. That is, I am sitting here looking at, that I need to, if y'all can remind me when spirit comes in on this camera, for me to wave at that one so I can go back and check that camera to see what comes up on that end. I would just be curious to know. Well, I'd go in there and take a bath, and my dog would come in there, and he used to freak me out, and I'd throw something at her to get her out the bathroom, because she'd come in there and she's not looking at me. She's looking over top of me. Here we go. Yeah, I'm talking about you. She's looking over top of my head. And I'm like, oh my God. Well, Doug, our family friend that stayed here, I had a recliner, which was my father's recliner. And it looked like a Victorian chair, but it was actually a recliner. And it was one of those, if you didn't slam the bottom of it and hear it click, it would recline, if you walk by and push on or whatever. So I always made everybody know, make sure it clicks when you get out of it. And Doug insisted that the recliner reclined on its own. And I'm like, the recliner does not recline on its own. He's like, Jackie, your recliner does recline on its own. And I went in there, and the both of them were at work. Doug was at work, Nikki was at work. I was here by myself, and I moved the recliner to vacuum. Okay. And I put the recliner back. And when I put it back, I sat in and slammed it, made sure it clicked. And I proceeded down the hallway with the vacuum cleaner. And when I turned that bitch around, not only was it reclined, it was laid down flat. Grabbed my keys, met my friends at the bar. Got nothing on this one. Nothing. My friend's experiences here, Debbie, she was my historian for the group. Now, she could write a book about this place. She had a very love-hate relationship with Sasha, my dog. She loved Sasha. Sasha looked like a wolf. She was scared of Sasha, and Sasha's not a people person. So she comes over for dinner one night, And Sasha loves rawhides. Okay, so we always have rawhides around the house and our toys or whatever. And she's laying under the table and she's petting her, and they're getting along great. And we've had dinner and we've had a couple drinks, and everything is fine. And Debbie gets up to go to the bathroom and screams, and I'm like, oh dear God, what has happened? And she's like, get your ass out here in the hallway. And I said, what? She says, that dog has been right there with us. She has not left the room. I said, no. She said, look down your hallway. And all of her bones were perfectly spaced going down the center of my hallway. And I always said it was my dad messing with her. And then we had another instance of her and 4 other friends that it took place in front of, that her phone began to charge on the patio with no charger. Wasn't plugged up into anything, and her phone was completely dead. And it just lit up and started charging. We have had, like I said, we used to write it all down. It got to be way too much. It is very direct and deliberate. It's not one of those things, do you question, did that happen? It's nothing like that. You know it happened. It's nothing like, like when I told you I think I saw something at the corner of my eye. That's kind of bleak, because usually it's very brazen and does something like, if you're sitting in the living room watching TV and you hear my hairbrush fly across the bathroom and hit the wall, you know what that was. Okay. If you're in the bed at night and you hear the kitchen cabinet has slammed shut and there's no one here but you know what that was. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's nothing here, yeah, that makes you question, well, was that something, or was it that, yeah, no, you just don't question it. You don't question it here. And like I said, we used to write it all down, and we had way too much. Yeah, it's way too much to list. It's way too much to listen. But it's always, I mean, they will bring game when I bring ghost hunters in. And they will bring game when I'm training them. And they have friends that they do like, and they have friends that they won't do nothing for. Betsy, y'all remember Betsy? Betsy tried, begged, barred, and pleaded, and they would never do anything when she's here. Nothing. But then I've got people like Debbie, who they're going to mess with her from the moment she walks through the door to the moment she leaves. Um, my daughter's boyfriend that left here that night, that was the most hysterical thing I'd ever seen in my life. God, they had just started dating. It was when I had my office before Jason, and I was in there in my office, and I heard, does your coffee pot gurgle? Mine gurgles. You know what I'm talking about? When it's brewing. Well, I heard it and assumed they were making coffee. It was a cold night. Would not be surprised. And so anyway, I was on a call, and he comes in my office. I had the door shut. He opens the door. And he goes, oh, I'll be back. So he didn't know I was on a call. So when I got off the call, I yelled for him and I said, did you want me? He said, yeah, I want to let you know your coffee's done. I said, oh, cool. Y'all made coffee? And he's like, no. And he's like, I heard it. I said, well, I heard it when I was on the phone, because you hear the gurgle sound. Whatever. I said, I assumed y'all made a pot of coffee. And he's like, no. And he's like, are you telling me there's no coffee? So we walked in the kitchen. I turned the light on. And I said, there's no coffee. He said nothing. Got up, walked out the front door, got in the car, backed out the driveway, and left. Me and my daughter laughed until we cried. We really did. We really did. And she's like, it's so funny that the stuff that is so normal to us will scare the ever-loving hell out of somebody else. And I'm like, she's like, Mama, I heard the coffee pot. I heard the coffee pot 10 million times. The same way I sit here and watch the VCR power on, the television comes on. Nothing for us to wake up in the middle of the night and NASCAR channels on. I said, I know. True fact, I've replaced the outlet twice and the television. I gave up. Chris said he the same way he'd be out. One I dated recently said something about it. He's like, someone said you're known for ghost hunting. I'm like, yeah. And he's like, is there any ghosts here? And I'm like, do you lie? What do you do at this point? What do you do at this point? And I'm like, I don't know. Have you seen anything? He's like, no. And then we had another one, which was so funny. I have a gas fireplace in there. Right now, I don't have a gas tank hooked to it. Thank you, Ms. Malibu. Um, but I had the gas fireplace. It's on a thermostat, so it will ignite and go out and ignite and go out. Right. And she's getting ready. Her date's sitting in the living room. I'm in my office. So she's back here in this room getting ready. I'm in the room over here. And he says, Miss Tomlin. I said, yes. He says, have you ever investigated this house? And I said, I have. Why? He says, well, what exactly were your findings? I thought, oh, hell, something has happened. And I went in there and I'm like, everything okay in here? He's like, well, the fireplace just ignited. And I'm like, that's cool. That's supposed to happen. It's on a thermostat. He's like, I was just wondering. I said, but I give you props for not jumping out your skin. I'm like, wow. Wow. So yeah, it was like, yeah, I was like, I didn't know what to say, yes, no, or what. Because like I said, people, and I'll tell them when we do public investigations, nobody can say what your fear level is. Yeah, and we when we open up to the public, we let them know that, in this location you might hear a voice, you might hear a sound, you might hear a door shut, okay? But if you're one of those people that can't handle something has touched you, something has pulled your hoodie or something like that, some locations you don't want to go in. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, we just having a full Friday night paranormal conversation. Here we sit. Oh, my grandma loves to make coffee. Now there is the number one rule. There's two rules in my house for my ghosts and my spirited family. You cannot break anything and do not show yourself, because as much as I love them and I miss them, particularly my parents, I do not want to get out the bed and they sitting at the kitchen table having coffee. Okay? No. So no one's allowed to show themselves, and they cannot break stuff, and they have broken stuff for. But when I put the patio in, I had a full deck out there, and I took the deck off the house and put the patio in. And it's a friend of mine that works with another guy, and they're building the patio. Well, he got here to the job site earlier than normal and starts to work. Now there's no steps down or anything at that point in time. Okay, it's just open the back door and there's a drop. So, I got up, went to make coffee, opened the back door, told him good morning, asked him if he wanted a cup of coffee. And he says, no. He says, did I wake your grandmother? No. Why would you think you woke my grandma? He's like, well, when I looked up, he was showing me what he was doing up next to the house. And he said, when I looked up, he said she was standing there holding her little coffee cup and her saucer. I have that coffee cup and saucer because she used to read tea leaves. And I said, oh, I said, what did she look like? And he said, she, like the typical little grandma, white hair, glasses. I mean, he described her to a T. I said, well, she's never lived here. And he said, oh, and then it hit him. He's like, what did you just say? I said, she's never lived here. And I said, in case you're wondering, no, she's not living. I'm sorry, but no, she's not living. And like she died in 2007. He's like, oh my God. The other sighting I had was with a heating and air company. I had problems with my unit is in the attic, and they came out here to service it, and dude come down and he says, hey, can your dad have me such and such? And I'm like, my dad's not here, but what can I hand you? So I handed it to him, and he's like, so now I'm standing there, so just waiting for him to come out the attic, waiting. And he comes out the attic, and I said, but what was that about my dad? And I've got the drop down stairs that go up into the attic. And he said that and my unit, like, so if you go up the stairs and if you turn around, the unit sits back over here. Okay. So he said that my dad he said, I don't know if it was your dad. He said, honey, I just assumed it was. He says, but when I turned around, he was standing there on the stairwell. He's like, so I only saw him from like here up, and I just assumed it was your dad. No, it wasn't my dad. So anyway, the next day, the owner of the company called and wanted to know, was I buried on an Indian burial? I said, no. He said, do you know how many stories are coming out from my HVAC guys? Do you know they now want to draw straws to go to your house? I'm like, do tell. I mean, it's, I was like, no, 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 no dad here. No. But if you could have seen the look on my friend's face one time, I said, my grandmother's never lived here. And he said, oh, okay. And then he said, he processed that for a second. He said, what did you say? I said, my grandmother has never lived here. And I said, and no, she's not living. Yeah, I mean, I could go on and on and on with the stories of this house. It's just absolutely crazy. Um, and Dorothy Parker is the one that catches things on audio and video all the time, and she'll timestamp them. And a lot of times she is not wrong. I can see and hear exactly what she's hearing. But the other day was extraordinary because I actually felt something come in the room when I told y'all to check the camera. So what I want to do now, and y'all will have to help me to remember, is that when we do blur out like that, I need to point at this camera. So I will have a point of reference when I go back and check that camera. But yeah, there's all sorts of cool footage. If you like the EVPs, which is the audio recordings, a lot of them you're going to need your headphones on. Also recommend that you check out Hollywood Cemetery because that was really cool too. But guys, I'm going to get off of here. I think I'm going to head out to some Subway. I don't know, maybe a Waffle House. I'm going somewhere. I know that. Yeah, and that's the whole thing, guys. It doesn't have to be a house that's 100 years old. They've called me and I've done one on television. They really should have let me know. Chris, Waffle House sounds delicious, don't it? And it's like I want to go and investigate some of these places. They called me in to investigate on camera. There was nothing there, but it just looked haunted. And some things that don't look haunted are not haunted. But y'all have to remember, I have been in gated communities into $2 million homes that are haunted. Not always what you think. All righty. Hey, Fairy Tale, I'm logging off now. Yes, I'm going to eat. Malibu, what was your question? Wait a minute. I know I got a question from you. What was your question? I know I have a shoulder that hurts. I tell them I'm a walking barometer. Oh, you didn't have one? Okay. Thank y'all for showing me some love. I appreciate it. I appreciate every one of you. Tonight, there was no time frame on that. Whatever came out of your yes and no's. Only you know. But I just asked what we need to know. We just roll with it, whatever want to come out. So thank y'all for breaking me in another deck. And I can't say you won't see me before Sunday, but you'll see me Sunday at 7. Have a good one, y'all. Bye. I'll text you, dear.